What's going on? Okay. We have a few different things going down right now. Cool. All right, I think we're going to start off. How you doing, sir? Oh, my goodness. I'm feeling refreshed. A little tired, but otherwise pretty fucking refreshed. Oh, buddy. I need some more water. All right. So, first thing first. We're going to do a quick react. Tekken the Motion Picture was actually pretty good. From Gazal Gatai. We're going to see how that goes. That's what we had queued up yesterday. And then, we're Persona, baby. We're going in Persona.
Girl coddles a helpless orphan bunny. In a distant memory, a young girl coddles a helpless orphan bunny. Behind her, a boy who's clearly Kazuya promises to take revenge for her.
Oh,
He'll become
Jesus.
the best fighter ever. Some dumb wildcat.
My man's eyebrows stayed the same as he
it's a
grew
solid
older.
establishing shot for the movie, telling
Holy
us
shit.
that this recognizably evil character
You're listed the Dragon Nest theme? I don't think so. I don't know what that is.
from Tekken 2 was once
I'm
more
not
than a
sure,
harmless
but I
monster.
don't
He
believe
was a
so.
good kid.
Why are you wasting your time here?
Heihachi doesn't raise pansies though, so it's time to toss him off a cliff. Not before tearing the infant's locket from him, picturing baby Kazuya and his late mother. For the first time in the Tekken series, the metaphor of lions tossing cubs is directly referenced.
That's amazing. They just be fucking
That young girl
yeeting them.
was Jun Kazuma. And damn, baby grew up. This film isn't an accurate
All
retelling
right.
of Tekken lore at all. Having been released more or less alongside 3, some
Really?
might think it's an opportunity to simply flesh out the skeletal narrative threads those first 3 games presented. Instead, it's easier to say the story is inspired by those games, and tries to form a cohesive narrative by adopting the second game's themes and characters, whilst transplanting them onto the first game's scenario. As an
And that's
example of
basically
that
how
cohesion,
fucking all
John
fighting
has
games
an
are.
actual connection to Kazuya. After
Or
all
fighting
these
game
years,
movies.
she kept that locket.
Movies
In
that are
the
based around
games,
fighting
their
games, the
relationship
majority
was
of
only
them
expressed
like take
after the fact,
inspiration
starting
and then
with the
just do their
perplexing
own
result
thing.
of their affair after a 20-year time skip in the series. With that retrospect, they chose to pivot the plot more strongly on Jun and Kazuya. The first third of this movie will be establishing or teasing characters that are to come up. For instance, a dinosaur skeleton. This is Jun's reason for entering the eponymous King of Iron Fist tournament, despite her spiritual disposition. The skeleton is infused with human DNA, and she works under some police organization. The clincher that has her
Some
agree to this
police
mission
organization,
is recognizing
fuck
a
it.
grimy picture
Who
of
cares?
Heihachi and feeling some sort of destiny.
Oh, did you just
By
send
using
something?
her tournament invite as a method into Heihachi Mishima's private home island to investigate, she laments her Kazama-ryu will be used as a cover. They do a lot to establish Jun as a
Yeah, okay, cool,
well-disciplined and moral young woman, fitting of her role as the moral good in this story.
Okay. Is that Lee? Lee?
Lei Wulong can't
Lei,
chicken a parry.
that's what I said
Thank
the whole
God.
time. Didn't say
In
anything
contrast
else.
to Jun being recast as an unbearably straight-laced investigator, Lei is now a dirty cop. I mean,
Wow.
not hygienically, but his methodology.
That's fucked.
He's brash, sexist, and breaks the rules. Even I'm falling for him.
I always thought he was a douche, or not a douche. I always thought he was like the straight-laced
Using
guy. He
US
was like
military
the
surveillance
Jackie
satellite
Chan
data, he
type
somehow
a
ascertains the
cop.
dimensions and utility of a giant underground weapon testing facility on the island this tournament is taking place. Satellite data couldn't tell you that. This is really,
Yeah, right?
really dumb, but we have to get the B-plot to move forward somehow. How did he get this data? Just don't
Isn't he actually based on Jackie Chan from one of those movies?
My favorite part of his
Like
character
Rumble in
is
the
his
Bronx or
dry
some shit?
reactionary quips.
Probably
As
not
the
Rumble in the
protagonist of
Bronx, but
B-plot,
something like that.
Lee has a disguised cynicism that helps him deal with the larger moral implications of
Yeah.
what he's going to walk into.
See, I know
A
some
character
things,
like Jun
sometimes.
couldn't understand the nuance of.
ひょっとしたらこいつは地獄への片道切符
Be
かもしれない
flattering when we took it to
Kazuya,
hell.
however, is still haunted by dreams of
Oh,
his meeting
fucking
with the
got
devil
her or whatever,
as he fought
dude.
his way back up that cliff. He was just at the edge, but had his night ruined by, you guessed it, Nina Williams. It's a kick-ass scene. Kazuya gives us some wild-rising punishment to
God
jump right
damn.
out the damn window. This leads to some Twin Snakes crap where Nina throws a grenade in midair. The English dub
Well, you
is
can't
full
throw a
of
grenade in
a lot
midair?
of ass rock, which shows how much money was put
That was
into
like
trying to
fucking
market
Joseph
his
Joestar shit.
and Lee talking to Nina beforehand. Lee is Heihachi's adoptive son is trying to prove himself worthy of heirdom. So he's doing all kinds of stupid shit like calling hits on Kazuya.
Gotta call hits
Yes,
on Kaz.
it's easily inferred
Ain't you
that
met him?
Lee is in fact giving Nina the infinite dick chain. And Anna. He's two-timing the Williams sisters.
Oh, that Lee?
Really. But
There's Lee and
Anna's
Lay.
into it.
Right.
she knows he's playing both sides and she's
I always thought that
into it. Between his
Lee
women
was
and
like
his music,
sort
his
of a
tastelessness
cocky
is a sign
playboy
of Lee
douchebag.
being the villain of the B plot. Wanting to become the true
Honestly,
heir
I
to
just like the way he
Mishima
played in
Zaibatsu,
tag.
he licks
That's why I
Heihachi's
used him.
boots. What he thinks stands in
Oh,
his way
really?
is Kazuya and other fighters, but honestly, his arrogance and cutthroat deceit are obviously his worst enemy. Well, we've established the plot. It's time to enact it. As we're getting on the boat, we meet Jack carrying a small girl, attempting to force his way onto transport to the tournament location. Just as they're about
Let's
to
do
give
the
his
Russian
CPU
kick.
some extra
Russian
ventilation,
kick 'em
Jun
right
and
off the
Lei come
fucking
in
boat.
to show off their moves. Between parries and reanimating moves, there's an honest attempt at faithfulness to the actual reason people poured pocket money into Tekken.
These motherfuckers
These
just
attempts
trying to
don't
copy
really
Street
look
Fighter the movie too.
fantastic unless it's
Or
a
Street Fighter 2 the
dedicated
movie.
fight scene though. Not through lack of talent, but because the cinematography and framing favors the drama of these scenes rather than making the visual cues of those moves easy to read by placing them side on or emphasizing motions that you might have seen in the game. Despite rotation being extremely difficult to animate, Lei's Hell Sweep Rave Spin is easy to recognize at unflattering angles because of its
Yep.
visual cue being that very rotation. On the other hand, Jun's cartwheel
Yeah, I was
looks
talking about the
terrible.
Tekken anime movie.
Mr. Lee
didn't look
sees
good
the
at all.
fuss and offers Jack
How
a
you
place
doing,
in the
Obi?
tournament if he can beat up Bruce. It's meant to be a
Nope.
twist later that Jack's a robot, but we've played the games. Let's just laugh at Bruce's expense.
Mm-hmm.
Jun needs to read
Oh, they made
spirits
Jun
and
not
have
Chun-Li.
more in-depth dialogue with Kazuya later. So it's established here that she sees the little girls fading and extremely
Doing good.
ill,
Gotta hang out to
and that
piss me off,
Jack
but
is
otherwise
as
I'm doing
soulless
pretty
and
good.
robotic as Tekken 7's music. Lei and Jun have a back and forth about the other
Yeah,
fighters in the
she's
background.
pretty Chun-Li coded
Michelle
in
gets
this.
special attention because Lei felt the
I feel
need
like
to
they
make
did
a
Lei
comment
dirty.
doubting Michelle's strength.
Oh,
Jun
Michelle.
takes mild offense at his sexist remark and proves him wrong by talking about feelings and how sad the girl looks.
Oh, he can?
Kazuya MGS2's his way onto the boat. Despite
But
his
isn't this
reportedly cold
supposed to be
spirit,
Tekken 2?
Jun still recognizes
Tekken
him from
1?
all those years ago.
Well, I'm glad you finally
Yeah, how could you
decided
not
to make it,
recognize
my
him?
dear brother.
Motherfucker's eyebrows have not changed in 30 years.
None of this is actually how the story begins, though. Prior to the entire movie, there's a preamble ramble
Fuck
where
you mean?
Akio Otsuka, the voice of Jack for this flick, gives a more and more impassioned speech about the destiny of humanity to battle. We don't fight for religion, justice, wealth, power. Fighting in this narration is a genetic instinct honed over billions of years of evolution. In fact, Otsuka tells us that higher callings and wants are but mere excuses for us. Justice,
I see.
righteousness, and God, and all else are just a path for our genetic disposition of
So if
battle
it's one, then
to
nobody would
express
have
itself.
fucked with Jack yet.
It's a worthy theory, and it's almost convincing until this voice starts to shout that one's flesh screams this reality, and if you don't allow those vicious instincts to take you over, you'll rob yourself of humanity's one irrevocable truth. This entire speech isn't relevant until we're actually on the island, and I
Most
think
anime
opening the
shit.
movie on this speech is far weaker than the surprise of seeing a more sensitive Kazuya. It was kind of advertised as a vacation home, but it feels more like they're being shipped to a 5-star Guantanamo.
I swear I
Lee
just saw
correctly
wrong.
identifies that they'll have to infiltrate the base as the tournament starts the day after. Kazuya's spending the night getting hyped up to beat Heihachi right in his stupid handlebar mustache. That anger's surging through him like a cancer. The scar on
Trolled all
his
looking
chest
at.
emblematic of the scar on his soul. Enter Jun, who reminds Kazuya who
Oh
the
man,
hell
fucking
she
got
is
the
by
cigar.
presenting the locket Heihachi ripped from his neck. Jun had no way of knowing Kazuya would be on this island, yet still took the locket. This shows how haunted she is by that experience. So is
I'd
Kazuya
recognize
in his
those
own way.
windshield wiper
This might
paintbrushes
be
you
the
call
only
eyebrows
time Jun
anywhere.
expresses some imperfect traits. She takes offense and actually tries to goad Kazuya. After Heihachi dropped him like a hard combo, Jun searched all over for the child. Apparently the adults didn't believe her or didn't care, so she was on her own. And after all that time, she finally finds him, and he's a cold, hate-filled piece of shit.
You don't know anything.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that was the only shirt Kazuya had. He's lucky he has no nipples. This is his cue to tell the story of how
Can
the
you
only
milk
thing
me,
holding
Fokker?
him together as he bled out, crawling up the cliff
He's a
face,
Ryu Liu Kang
was
fighting
the
game hero
idea
dark
that he
types
could
of
kill
version.
his
Yeah.
father to get revenge.
Oh yeah, he's supposed
Ever
to be a villain.
since that's been
But
the greatest
yeah,
reason
they
to
basically
live he's
made him
ever
like
had.
kind of Ryu in this.
John
Even though I
obviously
believe
says
he
it's
is
wrong without
that's a
giving
version
much
of
reason,
like you know what I
and
mean.
it's enough to
yeah.
instigate a fight between the two. Despite her training, she knows Kazuya is a fearsome foe, but Kazuya's not
Yeah,
allowed to pound
Jin
Jun just
for
yet.
sure.
Because
Lars
of,
can't be a hero though.
you
His
guessed
hair is
it,
too whack.
Nina Williams.
His hair is way too whack for him to be the hero.
Nina
Or the
loses
villain,
high
for that
ground
matter.
and goes to a knife to finish the job. Whilst only Kazuya is portrayed particularly accurately in style, the choreography and animation here is really fantastic. The balance of power is told with height, and Nina very quickly is brought to her knees. Speaking of being brought to your knees, you guessed it, Anna Williams. Ah, this must be where the whole rocket thing came from in Tekken 5's opening.
Sister, never knew how much I missed you.
And she's gone. Well, stakes established.
It's like, did what I
Kazuya
came
says
to
he
do.
won't be
Bye.
convinced no matter how many
Said,
times she
"Fuck that
fills
window,"
picture
and I'm
of his
out.
mother. The next day, all the warriors are gathered. Everyone looks just a little bit
hell?
off. Yoshimitsu, Armor King, and Michelle make it out best. Jack, Kazuya, Bake, close enough, I guess.
The fuck
Law's
is-
haircut in particular, it doesn't.
Law?
And Paul looks albino. The fan base has always voted Gon as the strangest guest character in the series, but they often overlook Tony the Tiger and his amazing low health comebacks. He gives an overcomplicated explanation of how the tournament works, but here's the lowdown.
Wow.
The fighters go into the forest and
That was
fight.
rough.
Heihachi is waiting in his
That was
pagoda.
rough.
Handled
Law
well
got
with
it the
Stasher
worst,
is
though.
pleased that
Law
Kazuya's
got
there.
it bad.
Kazuya reminds us that he's hell-bent on patricide.
Somebody
Lee
had
was
it in
thinking
for
of
Law. I
his
think
experiment.
somebody who made
His
this
plan
shit got
will
their ass
elapse
whooped by
further
Law
into
one
his
too many
production.
times.
This is payback. It's that girl.
Catch it with your eyebrows.
You know,
God, it'd
everything
be
in
funny
me
if
wants
she
to
did
leave
it,
this
though.
scene as the absurd
If it just-
meme that it is.
He's just
But I'd
dead.
really be remiss if I
And it's
left
like
the stone unturned. Michelle, who in the games is an enlightened, nature-loving hippie, is trying to assassinate Heihachi. She finds the best course of action.
I don't know
would
if
be
she's
to
a hippie
announce
as
her
much.
vague
Isn't she
killing
just Native
intent.
American?
This should have gotten a shot on the spot by the swarm of guards, flanking her in every direction.
Okay.
But they don't, even though that's their job. Better yet, despite this tournament riding on Heihachi's participation,
We're not gonna do too
even
much
Kazuya
React, 'cause I
saw
wanna get
fit
into
to stop
Persona.
her. Then Michelle jumps 20 feet into the air, and this is to facilitate her weapon of choice, a throwing axe. It's among the most peculiar choices of weapon, given its poor speed and relative inaccuracy.
Yeah,
In
no,
the
she's not
intimate
hippie, she's
moment
Native
of the
American,
axe's
right?
travel time, Heihachi's entourage
That's
do
what I'm
nothing
saying.
but gawk at the
That's
audacity
what I'm
of this bitch.
saying.
The ineptitude around this entire scene shows Michelle's assassination attempt might have miraculously worked had Heihachi not been prepared to catch it
With his teeth.
with his teeth, and then break through hardened
Catch it,
steel
Nappa. Catch it with your
with
teeth.
his teeth. And after witnessing this superhuman feat,
Okay.
her immediate reaction is... Would you believe me if I said this made more sense in Japanese?
My
That
immediate
vague
reaction would have
killing
been
intent she
another
gave
tomahawk.
earlier was poorly translated, likely to facilitate the lip syncing.
Like, unless you got another set of teeth, motherfucker, you ain't catching this one.
The nature of exposing the open feud shows that she's doing this as a display of some kind of honor, which in turn explains the theatrics of this assassination attempt. It's an admittedly Japanese sensibility. The absurdity that nobody would stop her isn't mitigated, but Michelle's actions within their
Looks
own
like some
context
G-gun and
function
shit.
in that kind of Inigo Montoya mindset. As the tournament starts, Kazuya
Inigo
beats up
Montoya.
Bake without a second
killed my
glance
father.
because
Prepare
Japan
to
hates
die.
Korea. Lee is monitoring the tournament from the comfort of a surveillance camera matrix, from the very underground base that Lei is sneaking into. They tried to make an effort of showing Lei's not killing people, but I'm pretty sure he's killing people.
That's a dead man. Yep.
Jack's also
He
getting
just
in on the
took a
body count.
50-story
He reveals
fucking
his
kick to the
motives for
face.
joining the tournament. The small girl he carries is indeed extremely ill, and the only person capable of saving her is the captured Dr. Voskonovich, laboring in this facility. Jack seems to have a stronger mission,
Sure.
so Lei kind of wings it and decides to snap pictures on this guided
Yep, that's what
tour.
laser eyes
Her
do.
movements have been detected by Lee, who takes it as his chance to scramble the defense squad and introduce some last-minute entrants to this hellish tournament. His owls warn him that Nina and Anna are still on the field. He muses that it will provide good data on the potential of the inhuman darkness he's about to release.
That
upon
design's whack.
Ganryu dies for his crimes against sexuality. Unfortunately, Michelle goes from protecting her ass to getting it handed to her once she moves on to fighting Kazuya.
Bye-bye.
Like, over and over. She gets god-fisted and juggled. He at least has the mercy to let her live in shame. Only now will the English version elaborate on her own characteristic angst in this movie. Heihachi killed her entire aboriginal village. Father slain, mother left to die. We even get a shot of some charred remains, an evocative image in post-war Japan. Even after this raw, emotive plea, Kazuya is unfazed. He does recognize the similarities they share, and an important difference. Kazuya clearly believes in the expressed philosophy of Heihachi and the initial narration.
The important
where
difference
might
being
makes
he can
right,
win a
and
fight.
only in battle is there truth. And the truth they've found together is that Michelle is brash, thoughtless to a fault based on her assassination attempt, and unprepared in training or power for
That
the
mission's
battle
not
she
bad.
intends on. He berates her for being a weak bitch, and then pimp hands her to deliver a finishing blow.
Wow.
His mercy is renowned. Until Jun deftly blocks in Michelle's steed. This leads to her once again chewing Kazuya's ear off about how revenge isn't cool and she can see his heart blackening.
So, yeah.
Hatred is for
Is
losers.
this like how he became
But
the
if she
villain?
ain't talking with her fists, then Kaz ain't hearing it. To him, there's no truth in words. They can't get fined just yet because of, yes, you guessed it, invisible dinosaurs.
So many news? Oh.
We cut to Nina and Anna Williams.
Yeah, there she is.
I have a surprise for you all. Their story is actually good in this movie. Anna's vitriol isn't senseless, her actions are well informed by motivations she exposits here. It's all drawn out for an inferiority complex against Nina, especially regarding their father's aggressive favoritism. It's
Okay.
such a simple motivation it quenches the questions of
So it's like
but why though
Gamora,
that always pervades the
Nebula.
extremes of their rivalry. Some dialogue implies deeper history than even that. There's a brief fight scene where Nina does one of her overpowered classic grapples before Anna attacks it
Yeah,
with
those
a
grapples
knife.
are dirty.
Nina's on the back foot, and this is
Very
when
good
Anna
grapple.
decides to
Who's
proudly admit she's taken Lee from her, claiming he felt nothing for Nina at all.
I don't know.
This being said, she's in mortal danger because of
I like
Lee
Nina.
right this
They're
second.
the same damn
Whilst the
character
ladies
as
don't
far as
really
I'm-
have character arcs, their story does at least go somewhere.
As far as
Anna's
I understand,
wasted
they
her life
appear to be the
trying
same
to
damn
spite
character,
Nina,
just with different
and this is
fucking
told in a way
skins.
that feels introspective to a character before she's finally led to ruin.
And it seems
They
a little
somehow
more
maintain
smug.
the
That's
petty
about it.
two-dimensionality of this feud, whilst telling it in a genuinely interesting way, by at least having a universal morality that punishes her bitter revenge narrative in its hubris. Anna will now complete a trifecta of things I never wanted to talk about on this channel. The comedic rape with Marduk,
Oh,
the female NPR
yeah, of course
with
their
Lee,
playstyles are
and
different.
finally,
I mean, like
Vor
narratively and
with
just as a
Alex.
character. Bye. Yeah.
Lee reports his plot to use invisible dinosaurs to Heihachi, who dismissively shuns him, as always. The running theme of Lee and Heihachi's interactions is that whilst one
Yeah, if you
sees
mean as like a
human
playable
nature as
character,
battle,
fair enough.
Lee wants to infringe on nature to create the ultimate fighting beings. In fact, Lee openly
Yeah, right.
claims Tekken is ancient voodoo. The
That's
reason
indeed.
Heihachi shuns him is because he looks for power outside of himself, as with the Jack robots. Look at these boys!
No.
These can openers are here to put an end to the
Those are,
bizarre
in fact,
buddy cop
the boys.
situation. Here in a setting we'd see replicated in Bruce's G-Corp level from Tekken 6, we get one of the
This is
best
grafted
fight
from
scenes in the
two, the
movie.
Lee and
Gloriously
Jackson.
animated with smooth yet snappy hell sweeps, incredible directing, great anticipation and impact frames. Just makes you go, mmm. The lolly has a seizure, and Jack expresses some kind of stone-faced care, revealing the damage he took from the other Jacks,
Stone-faced care.
and the plot twist that he's a robot.
He's a robot.
Moving on, to the left we'll see the test tube labyrinth of little embryotic Alexes. Pronounced in Japanese, his name reads
Oh, really?
Alexu, close to
They just,
Dexu,
oh yeah,
or
isn't
Rex.
there
Roger,
one
however,
named
punches
Alex
light.
or something that
This
has
might
a
all seem
boxing
stupid,
gloves?
but it serves a vital role in our story.
Yeah, isn't just
when
like
Dr.
Rude.
B walks out from the shadows.
I'm gonna call that thing Rude
Among his
regardless of what its name
specialties is gene therapy. This is how he created
Yeah,
Roger
oh,
and
yeah.
the invisible dinosaurs, and it's why Jack brought the child to him. Her disease is serious, and only the good doctor can cure it.
And then there's Golden.
遺伝子操作の技術もこういうことにだけ
So yeah, dinosaurs.
なんですかあれ
Jack,
Fucking
having
kangaroo,
also been
dipshit.
created by Dr. B, was implanted with a conscience, as Boskonovich wasn't comfortable creating killing machines. The way Jack expresses it is that the moment he saw this girl crying over her mother gave him
Roger.
full sapience. A
Yeah,
machine,
Rue. Like
not
I
of
said,
nature,
it's Rue.
learned there was more to existence than fighting. Once again, a character has tied into the core themes of
This
the
man's
narrative.
like, yeah, I
This is a
created this
rather
robot
interesting
with a
take on
conscience,
nature
but all those other
versus
ones, no.
nature theme that will be
Said, nah,
elaborated
fuck those
upon from
ones.
here on out. Whilst Jun and Kazi can easily take the beasts one at a time, there's a harsher issue of being outnumbered by what seem to be genetically enhanced pack animals chipping away at them, and not being shy enough to take turns. But Kazuya Devil Ex Machinas the situation. He gets so edgy that he rips this Reptar in half. Displaying himself as the largest threat, gets upped in the Rex Squad's prey priority list, only to get their brains punched out. The remaining reptile is given a good dose of fear and promptly disappears as hard as it can, much to Lee's
As
dismay.
hard as it can.
For the third time, Jun puts a foot down, playing the angel on Kazuya's shoulder.
Does Lee have
In
the double
Japanese
gene too?
narratives, repetition and especially repeated phrases are
Or is
often
it just
core
Kaz and
concepts
Jin?
to a given story. And here, it's establishing how firmly set Kazuya is on his ways, and how Jun is trying to save his soul. Lee finally takes matters into his own hands and heads off Kazuya before Heihachi's ultimate pagoda. Promptly gets his discount Pegasus ass royally kicked by both of them. Having his pretty boy face mashed by fist and ground, Lee decides to just kill his staff and activate the island's self-destruct sequence.
Okay.
Nothing he says makes sense. He's lost Anna and
Who the
Nina,
hell's
he's lost his
Kasumi?
Zaibatsu,
Kasumi.
he's lost his experiments, and it's all been at his own hand.
Yuki boy.
Like Anna and soon Kazuya, his story has been one of downfall, and only just now, revenge. The island begins self-destruction from the central pagoda outward. Lee perishes in the hellfire. Unfortunately, this means that Lei, Jack, and Boskonovich have to sprint out of the maze of this facility to an escape submarine. Surprisingly mobile for an old man, especially compared to his game counterpart. With their escape in view, they feel the shockwaves chasing after them, but the route security door is slowly closing. Jack sacrifices his own arguable life to save the young girl, the scientist, and Lei. His conscience has gotten the best of his very life.
That's
in his
crazy.
last moments, he
That's actually a
implores
pretty good moment.
Boskonovich to take care of the young girl, and as they escape, he conceives
Yeah, they
that
did
in his
Lee,
next life,
well,
he'll meet the two as a full
Yeah, he does come off as like
He
just
doesn't quite
faces.
understand that this very act reveals the
Yeah,
humanity of his
who's
character.
Kasumi or
I
Kasumi?
get kind of shocked by
I
how
don't know
hard
that
the scene
character.
hits every
I
time
don't
I see
think.
it. I never thought I'd feel something for a Jack robot. Up top, Hay and Kaz run out to engage in the fight the movie's been working up to all this time. And like the semi-mirror match it is, they adopt most of the same moveset between kicks, headbutts, and down ones.
My bad.
It's just a shame they didn't animate the wave dashes. John interrupts another near-death experience
not
for
know that.
Kaz.
Excuse
He
me.
decides to try a talk jutsu on our villain. Why do you drop Kazuya harder than I drop electrics? Why is he selling weapons? Why is the world Heihachi's enemy and not his own hatred? Shockingly, the old man has an answer. He discounts her pretentious words as justice
Wait,
and
she's the
truth.
reason
They're
Akuma's in it?
examples of the sophistry that causes societies to fight meaningless wars, to do terrible things imagining a greater purpose. He even points out that some
Oh,
people
Krusty the
mistake their
Clown
own
there.
greed for truth. Li Chaolan is the obvious example of this in the movie, and how they destroy the planet in that pursuit. His philosophy even covers the incidental crimes such as environmental destruction. His claim is that it's the world marching itself to annihilation, not him. Heihachi's plan, in the end,
She saved
is to
Akuma's life?
recreate the world from its own ashes and in a more honest
what?
image. A world guided by power, not for shallow ideals and platitudes. Part of that perfect
Well,
plan
fuck
was
was gonna
dropping
kill
Kazuya
Akuma.
off the cliff so that he would hold the dark hatred of revenge within himself and use it as motivation to seek true power. Power being the only truth that Heihachi sees, the Iron Fist. In his own backwards
Okay.
way, he has created a true heir to the Mishima throne. Jun sees through the flaws of his plan very clearly. Kazuya could have been killed. Naturally, that didn't happen. Heihachi doesn't raise pansies. And even if it had, Heihachi would have committed suicide.
Really?
It's an impeccable plan, if nothing else. He has the power to do it, and it's working. The Earth splits in hellfire from the island's self-destruction.
Yeah, that's definitely
turning
not the
scene
story of
to
the
a
games.
Namek-esque showdown. It's here to frame Kazuya with
don't
all
seem
the
to give a
hellfire
fuck about
that
his bloodline in
represents
the
his
games.
burning heart. The tables turn, and Kaz is oh so close to fulfilling the destiny Heihachi has given him. Jun cuts him short. She's here to play Angel again. Kazuya
Yeah, I assume they
declares
would
it's
try to
the
make
last
connection there.
straw and takes her life into his hand. But she doesn't fight. She accepts it if it'll stop him from killing his own father. Because Jun feels Kazuya's pain as her own. All she's done all movie is try to save him, because she sees Kazuya as worth saving. It's an epiphany to him, that he's worth saving.
But he's
Kazuya
not.
doesn't have to accept the dark path he's been given. We flash back to the beginning of the movie where Kazuya offers to take revenge on the Wildcat.
Damn near nobody in that
for young
bloodline's
bunny.
worth saving. Fuck all
But
of
we
them.
elaborate. As considerate and
douchebags.
kind-hearted as Kazuya once was, revenge wasn't the right answer there neither.
They're
Rabbit
literally
wouldn't
the
have
main
taken vengeance on
villains.
its own. Neither would Jun have, because revenge was never the right answer. When you embark on a journey
Shit.
of revenge, dig
Then
two
you're asking the wrong
graves, so
question.
Confucius says. What Jun reveals to Kazuya is, well, he doesn't have to be his father, and he can forgive and move on.
You only
Hatred is
have to
like
have
a
his
flame.
eyebrows.
It fills a dark room for a time and leaves nothing else once it's extinguished. And this is revealed in his locket that he lost, the image of his mother nurturing him,
God,
a part of
look at
himself
them
that he forgot
fucking
about
things.
long ago. The music captures this simple message
man gotta
beautifully
turn his head to
and
get in
has
the
the
doorway.
words
What the
flow through
fuck?
the characters.
Mother.
A wonderfully
Why did you
underrated
curse me?
soundtrack to a pretty
With these
underrated
giant
movie.
fucking caterpillars on my face.
俺自身の中にあったというわけか。
It's no surprise to me, I am
The
my own.
escaped
Oh
submarine
shit, a more
merges with Lei to collect the defeated
Well,
fighters.
there
It
goes
shows
Jin.
those remaining have scrambled out of the
God
flames,
damn.
saving one another. None of them were fending only for themselves. Many are carrying
said
wounded.
fucking no
Nina's
Tekken
animated to
3.
draw attention to how she's now completely alone, a victim of circumstance entirely in this movie. None of these fighters were here to prove might makes right. and their goodwill shows through. Kazuya carries Jun from the burning fields. Heihachi catches a ride off the island before it explodes. The movie reveals the hidden depth and potential of what Tekken's story had at the time. Whilst ideas and concepts were used from the older games, the themes of this story's positive message would end up being elaborated further for Jin in Tekken 4. If we compare Heihachi's plan to Jin's in Tekken 6, it has internal consistency, some half-blind validity, and a more satisfying mystery and reveal.
That's a good point.
Certainly better than veiled misanthropy. Kazuya received a redemption arc personal to him, empowered by a maternal figure, a running theme since Tekken 3 and this movie. It's a redemption arc that Kazuya would never receive truly.
I mean, we don't know that. There's still one more game. Maybe he'll be redeemed somehow, even though I don't think it's possible. And he mostly just kind of sucks as a person. Alright. Let's see here. What is this one? It's taking its sweet time. It's sweet time. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and stop some background processes that I was hoping I wouldn't have to stop. Yeah, I do. I need to do that. All right. And now everything should be right as rain. They'll just kill him probably. Probably. Yeah, I don't see how you can redeem Kaz after fucking 6 games of him being the second worst. Next only to his father.
This video is sponsored by you and your wonderful support on Patreon. Help me continue to make more videos and get access to exclusive stuff by heading to patreon.com/writingongames. Thank you so much for your support, and now on with the show. I don't think it's a particularly controversial statement to say that there has never been a good adaptation
because he wasn't in
outside of the
7,
games.
right?
And it's odd because I just made a video a few months back talking
about
how
Kaz wasn't in 3. Yeah,
always
Kaz wasn't in
been
3,
the
right?
absolutely wild tapestry of lore surrounding the franchise, spun over decades.
It's been a while.
Seeing the development team dedicate themselves wholeheartedly to representing every eventuality of the question. You know, what would happen if anyone outside of the canonical endings won this tournament? This is the kind of franchise with all its crazy characters.
Now I remember Jin being. I thought Jin and Kaz might have both been in it. I can't remember.
Some other medium, taking those lore tidbits built up through incredibly brief post-arcade mode cutscenes and expanding it all into a more traditionally structured narrative. And yet, the multiple attempts to bring this franchise to the screen over the years have seen results vary from boring to hilariously bad to downright unwatchable. And of course, good video game shows or films are an infamously rare breed. But Tekken's story, for as absurd and out there as it can get, is largely conveyed through more conventional visual media, text and images, rather than its albeit stellar gameplay. On the surface, it doesn't seem like there are many reasons why an adaptation of this thing fundamentally couldn't work. Well, enter Tekken Bloodline, a 6-episode anime recently released on Netflix that seeks to really knuckle down where others have merely wandered, forgoing the reams of non-canonical fluff that forms the basis of most of these adaptations, and instead focusing on perhaps the pivotal moment of the franchise timeline, and the familial feud of the Mishimas serving as the driving force of it all. Fleshing out the events leading up to and including Tekken 3, and importantly, relaying the backstory of its cover fighter, Jin Kazuma. And indeed, Bloodline hits all the major
really? I've never seen it.
The death of his mother Jun at the hands of ancient fighting spirit Ogre, the training he receives from his grandfather Heihachi in the wake of this loss, and the resulting King of Iron Fist tournament held to lure out the demons so Jin can supposedly get his revenge. That is, until his grandfather's grand plan gets set into motion. And that's the interesting thing. If you were to just play the games Tekken 2 and 3 without reading the accompanying manuals, there is a good chance you would never know that all of this stuff was going on. So
no, not at all.
Already off to a promising start with Bloodline. The writers make the wise choice to take some minor liberties in terms of the precise timing of events and the characters found within, in order that they can turn this previously disparate smattering of lore into a legible plot. The small details it does shift around, serving to recontextualize the bigger picture of this well-trodden familial struggle in ways that I think some long long-time fans might find pretty fascinating, making moves that force said fans to reconsider their opinions on certain long-established characters. But that's not to say that Bloodline is perfect or some must-watch masterpiece. What makes it fascinating has just as much to do with its shortcomings and what they tell us about this franchise's storytelling as a whole, as it does Bloodline's still very evident strengths. It's just that following that first episode, you'd be excused for not picking up on those strengths just yet. Let's just say that even beyond its awkward setting of the groundwork that will be mostly familiar to franchise fans, Bloodline doesn't exactly make
looks
the
pretty
best
good, though.
first impression with its visuals. For one, and this is something I saw smatterings of around the release of the trailers for the show, but what is up with these shadows? It's as if regardless of where the
yeah,
characters
that's-
are standing,
what the fuck's
whether
up
it's
that
a
triangle?
densely wooded forest area, in an office building,
That's
or
so weird.
completely out in the open,
I hate
they're
it.
always within feet of some pointed obelisk perpetually hanging over them and blocking out the light in a perfect triangle, one that shifts and tilts wherever our characters move. I'm fairly sure this is not how shadows work. I get that they're trying to go for this look
Not
of
gonna lie,
daunting
pretty rough.
imposition,
That's a
where
little rough.
shady characters
That's a
are
lot of
appropriately
rough.
doused in shadow. But this effect loses its impact when every character is encased in this darkness at all times, regardless of the lighting conditions, instead creating this unintentionally murky effect, where even when brightening my screen
I don't know why the
beyond
fuck they
where
would
I
do that.
normally set it, and despite the flashiness of the moves and action on show, it all just looks a bit drab for the most part, significantly undermining Bloodline's often neat and inventive takes on established character design. It speaks to a kind of rushed
It wasn't really
quality
sure. What?
that's mirrored through
It's weirdly
certain
stylistic,
scenes where
Tris,
they'll
deliberately.
hold on a
But
still
why?
image for just long enough that you wonder if your stream has frozen, or when they try to animate characters running towards the screen, which always ends up looking like said characters have
No
just
idea.
enjoyed a
Oh, there you
large
go.
chicken dinner and haven't quite
Nom,
shaken
nom,
the
nom,
meat
nom, nom.
sweats yet. And this quality is all the more surprising given the care that otherwise goes into the smaller details of the show.
Sometimes
That
you
is
gotta
to
have the
say,
meat
while the
sweats.
set dressing often leaves a lot to be desired, the actual fights that anchor Bloodline are often exactly what I'm looking for out of an adaptation such as this. Prior attempts have always struggled to capture the unique character of the franchise's trademark action, whether it be a result of rudimentary animation or real people not being able to move as they do in game.
That's
But it would
Kaz?
seem
Ugh.
with that Netflix budget behind
Fucking
them, the team is
do
able
better.
to really
Fuck.
bring out the
What's
personality
he
of
doing?
these different characters. It's really neat to be presented moves that you're used to seeing in the games, moves you might
Hell
have
yeah.
performed for decades at this point, bolstered further by the character-specific bursts that accompany each hit.
Fucking
the floaty
kick.
white bubble of a guarded blow, Ogre's demonic purple cloud, the lightning of Heihachi and Jin, the
King
fire
should
of
win.
Paul
King should
Phoenix,
always win.
and the playful fireworks of Xiao Yu. Sure, sometimes the rapidly swinging camera can sometimes leave you wondering where characters actually are in relation to the rest of the arena, moments where you find yourself wishing everything would just stay still enough and clear the shot to give you the wide open view of this combat. Because
yeah.
not only does said action illustrate
God, I
just
fucking
how
hate that triangle thing.
devastating these
The more I
hits
look
are
at it, the
in a
more I
way
hate
not
it.
previously emphasized in the games, where shattering a character's leg mid-tournament is depicted as the kind of whoa, too far moment it probably would be perceived as
Bro,
in real
Yoshimitsu
life.
stabs
Or you're
people,
taken
including
through the
himself with the
multiple
sword.
bone-crunching steps involved in this hulking mound of jaguar-masked muscle performing full-strength wrestling moves on what is ostensibly a high school kid. No, this action, when given the chance,
Ooh.
often goes a step further and manages to convey
I'm gonna
the
say suplex.
personality of the individuals performing it, telling the story sometimes more effectively than the actual dialogue. For example, the Kazuma fighting style taught to Jin by his mother June, with the flowing agility of its arcing kicks and use of opponents' momentum and position against them, stands in
Aikido?
firm opposition to the blocky,
Fucking
brutish,
kick,
staccato
yeah, right?
rhythms of the Mishima style Heihachi ruthlessly instills into his protege instead. The former is a reflection of the delicate splendor of nature surrounding our protagonist, a desire to maintain that natural flow of things. Jun is portrayed as a pacifist and one who especially wants Jin to appreciate the beauty all around him before experiencing and becoming accustomed to the evils of the world. Combat is a means to an end. When all other options fail, it serves as a method of controlling a situation and your emotions decisively in the immediate moment,
Yeah, I'll change
so
this
these
adaptation.
characters can swiftly return to appreciating what really matters in life. The Mishima style, on the other hand, is all about drawing on past rage and sadness in order to explosively unleash said anger on your opponent,
God.
almost sadistically
I hate it. I
inflicting
hate-
as much
I hate
pain
that
on them as
triangle shit.
possible, reflecting the same anguish
sorry,
and
but
misery, gnawing away
now that I
at
know
its
how
practitioner.
prevalent it is,
In
holy
this
shit,
sense,
it's just
Bloodline
there.
takes the disparate fragments
Always.
of the Tekken 2 to 3 timeline and morphs it into a kind of tragedy of Jin desperately holding on to what little youthful humanity he has left, ingrained in him by a mother whose presence, as in the games, becomes something of a spectre hovering over the events of the show. Watching, judging her son
very
as
cool.
said humanity is
That's
drilled out of
still
him over
there.
the years, as he's groomed and manipulated by Heihachi into a distrust of the world around him.
Like how
If
Jin
you
wasn't
can't
tricked
tell
into believing
already,
he's a good
I think
grandfather.
this aspect
He
of
didn't
the
lie to him.
show is
Heihachi makes
kind
himself
of
known
great.
immediately.
With
He's like,
all of
oh yeah,
this,
I guess.
Bloodline has solved perhaps the biggest
Still
problem
sucks
with
though.
Tekken's
Like,
central
Heihachi's still
story over the
a shit
years.
person.
See, here we have a tale that actually
Dude, he's
manages
throwing
to
his
paint
fucking
a member
bloodline into
of the
volcanoes
Mishima
and shit, you
bloodline
know?
in a sympathetic light.
But yeah, I guess
something the games
there's
have
something about
rarely, if ever, achieved. And previously, the biggest hurdle to actually caring about this daft family plot at the center of this narrative universe. In a world of hyper-rich, moody arseholes making absolutely moronic and evil decisions regarding their military multinational corporation, all in a bid
Opens
to
Jin up to
eliminate
understand
each other
Cosmore.
in
Yeah.
increasingly hilarious ways, what Bloodline shows is that ultimately Jin is just a child whose vulnerabilities are preyed upon in the wake of his mother's violent death. A child whose curiosity about the world is constantly decried as a failing. Destroy first, ask questions later, or die, weakling. With this context, it's no wonder Jin became such a brooding, unlikable bastard, especially in the later games. A fact made all the more tragic
he
given
comes
how
off as very
Bloodline
broody.
illustrates his capacity and desire to get along with others. His ongoing rivalry with Warang is shown to be just that, two kids being dickheads to each other that will absolutely still come to each other's aid if needed. Xiao Yu,
Yeah,
long
they
depicted
got
as
that
Jin's
Kenryu.
adoring schoolyard chum, is here given
And
a
she's
real
Sakura.
chance to shine, being the person Jin opens up to most, whom he jokes around with and looks out for, all while simultaneously
He's only like
respecting her
level 6.
capabilities as a fighter. We see he has a sense of humor, friends, people he cares for and who care for him, which makes Heihachi's plans for the kid, knowing he'll be torn away from these slightly more normal aspects of life and growing up, sting all the more. The show even takes the time to explore a facet of Jin's character that I don't think anyone could have expected it to. His desire for flames on his uniform. You know, Tekken 3 came out
That's
in
awesome.
the 90s. If you were a kid back then, you were considered
Flames.
a weirdo if you didn't want garish Guy Fieri flames on all your
True.
clothes. But I guess that's just it. The show
Every
really
kid had
goes
to
to
take
the
him to
effort
Flavor
to
Town.
highlight just how much of a daft wee teenager Jin actually is. A fact not so readily apparent when we've only ever seen him as tall and as built as a giant mohawked mech, for example. But for all that this Mishima bloodline feud is narratively expanded upon in some really interesting
I mean, it
ways,
sounds
as
good.
a long-time fan of the series, I
I'd watch
can't
it.
help but
I'll
feel
probably watch
that
it.
comes at the same cost to prior adaptations and even the games themselves have always been paying in their fixation on these same characters over and over again. Namely, that by maintaining such a blinkered view of what really matters here, the supporting cast that has always turned this franchise into such a gloriously
Oh, shit.
absurd and varied universe once again gets remarkably short shrift,
It's on
further
Netflix?
cementing my long-held belief that
God, that
Tekken
triangle
might
shit's
have
gonna
more
bother me, though.
interesting
That's like the
stories to
main
tell than the Mishima
irritating
saga,
thing.
but possibly as a result of its short 6-episode runtime, it never gets
Oh, it's only
the
6
chance
episodes?
to.
Okay.
It would have been interesting, for example, to get some more insight into how the aforementioned beef with Warang actually came to be, the establishment of which we're given one brief glimpse of as part of a random street fight between the two, awkwardly mashed into a larger training montage.
Yeah, I know, right?
From there,
Steve
it's
definitely
just
shouldn't be
assumed
there.
The two share a rivalry that both insist is far from friendly.
Steve can't
with
be that much
little
older
more
than fucking
context
Jin.
given the in-game cutscenes don't already provide. Similarly, Xiao Yu, for as neat as
And
her
also, he would be
characterization
boxing right
is
now.
otherwise, just randomly, silently shows up as Jin's assumed school friend.
He only
I guess
joined
this is
4
the kind
because
of
he was,
detail that, in a broad sense, should be the very purpose
he
of a show
refused to
like
throw a
this.
fight.
Sure, it's kind of cool to see Ganryu as Saibatsu security. It's neat to hear Heihachi talk about his father Jinpachi in surprisingly reverent terms or reference Michelle Chang and Li Chaolan. But at the end of the day, that's all this stuff really is. References, lip service paid arcade before getting back to Jin and Heihachi, designed to
Yeah,
get
true,
you
Marduk
saying,
should be in
"Oh,
prison."
there's that dude," and little else. Personally, I would love a full-scale adaptation that didn't focus on the Mishimas at all. You know, biker dude Paul Phoenix gets a bit of screen time and voice lines here or there that, for the record, do
Yeah, I would
appropriately
prefer
capture
an
his
entire
dumb but
line of Tekken
affable
games that don't
demeanor,
revolve
but we
around the
get
Mishimas
absolutely
whatsoever.
nothing
Take
regarding his
them out. Take
friendship
out
with
every single
Law
Mishima
beyond
and
a
anything
brief
related to a
mention of
Mishima
the
besides
character
Haro.
by name, despite this forming perhaps the
Martial law shouldn't be
consistently
there? Why not?
funniest and most heartwarming relationship in the entire
I guess,
franchise.
yeah, Forest Law
Even a
was in the
series of
Tekken 3,
vignette-style
right?
stories
But this seems
focused
to
on
be
their
before Tekken
various
3.
misadventures would excite me to no end. Likewise, no one ever seems to know what to do
'Cause Jin
with
isn't, like,
Yoshimitsu beyond
Beefcake.
he's a weird alien dude with a sword.
Yeah, what the
but
fuck is-
Yoshimitsu seems like he has the
I thought this was
makings of a
before
pretty
Tekken 3, like,
compelling
between 2 and
hero,
3.
honestly. He's a Robin Hood type.
Yeah, he is a Robin
sure,
Hood type.
But this more humorous side is merely the surface to a character who both gives a shit about helping those around him, especially those he's close to, and becomes
Yeah.
driven by a burning need for revenge.
It's a
when
dead-ass
those
3, are
people
you
get
sure?
hurt. As far as
Because
Tekken
Jin
lore
don't
goes,
look like he
he's
was
one of
saying
the more
earlier, Jin isn't
complex
all buff
characters
caked.
of the bunch, and as evidenced by the solitary shot you see of him in Bloodline, he's a character that throughout the franchise barely gets
Oh, okay.
any substantial exploration.
Yeah, I guess
one
it should
that
be for
I
us.
can't help but think would make for a series at
Whee!
least as interesting as the one I've just watched. I mean, at multiple points, the show itself acknowledges that alongside the absurdity of Paul fighting a grizzly bear and the
They wanted
fact
to
that
play
Xiao
the fact
Yu
he's
is
a
going up
teen.
against
Oh.
an actual assassin, that everyone has their reasons for being a part
Okay.
of this tournament, and that Jin's story isn't inherently more important. This is adding a layer of complexity to Jin's character that the games never have. Part of the reason the story of Tekken 7 fell as flat as it did for me was the relegation of all these
Yeah.
characters as far to the wayside as possible. And here we have a story straight up saying that those stories of those different characters matter just as much as Jin's, and yet, again, probably as a result of the short 6-episode run we're provided, the show just ends up telling that same familiar
course it
feud
does.
story one more time. To be
Yeah,
clear,
they love that.
Bloodline is about as close as
One
we've ever
more
gotten to a
time,
decent Tekken adaptation outside of the games. But over the multiple attempts to bring this densely
Being
packed
there
lore to
already?
the screen
Yeah.
over the decades, part of me will always wonder if it's better off as just that.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
lore, tidbits that allow you to fill in the blanks, that ask you to get on board with the multiple winding timelines the games establish, in which control over the most powerful
Oh, really?
military
Okay.
conglomerate in the world goes to a bear or
that's
his
weird.
goofy biker rival. Stuff that ultimately might just be too
I thought
daft to
Kaz was
spin
his
out
rival.
into a grand
Kaz was
traditional
Paul's
narrative
rival.
that asks the audience to take it seriously, but where the team's dedication to this
Oh,
absurdity
but Paul does
makes
keep
for
on
such
putting
a fun
Kuma
challenge
out, right?
piecing it
The-
all together, alongside the silky smooth combat mechanics you're here for. It strikes me, as I've been writing all this stuff about wanting a show based on the weird sword alien or the martial arts restaurant owner, there's an argument to be made that the intended audience of Bloodline is kind of unclear. I get the feeling that outside of some technical showiness that, as we've established, the show often manages to undermine, Bloodline will do exceedingly little for newcomers to the franchise, unaware of why this chunk of the Tekken timeline is so significant. They might be asking, okay, why did someone as seemingly on the ball and able to read people as June, someone who explicitly wanted to protect
fuck
her
could she fall
son
for
from
Cass?
the evils of the world, decide that the best course of action was to send Jin specifically to find Heihachi, a dude we're told is well
That too.
known for being comically evil? Or they'll be
No,
asking,
yeah,
"Wait,
seriously.
is that it?" As
Comically
credits
evil is a
roll
great
on
way to put
episode
it.
6, in a move that could be said to capture the
I know you
abruptness
love
of the
4. You
cutscene
love
it's drawing
4.
From, as well as leaving more than enough room
You-
for
I
future
know.
seasons
I
to expand
know.
the narratives of later games.
You made that
but
very
at the
clear.
expense of offering much at all in the way of narrative resolution. Indeed, outside of serving as the logical conclusion of
I don't
Jin's
know.
tragic arc, becoming just another part
I mean,
of the
it'd be
Mishima
cool. I'd watch
bloodline
it
as
if
the
they did
devil
4,
in him
but they'd have to
wins
get rid of
out,
this
without
triangle shit,
knowing
'cause-
where this goes in
yeah,
future
I'm
titles,
hating
and
it.
it's not even
Every time I see it, it
particularly
just makes me
well-resolved
angry.
there. I can see a lot of newcomers wondering if there's some kind of problem with
See, I just got
Netflix,
2 times
confusedly
angrier at 3.
searching out a next episode that currently doesn't exist. Further though, for a decent chunk of its runtime, I also struggle to
5.
imagine
Just
the
so-
show
so much anger.
resonating too deeply with seasoned veterans of the franchise beyond what they already know. However, for those people specifically, as the season goes on, it introduces enough wrinkles in its storytelling that at the very least justify the relatively short amount of time you'll actually spend watching it, whose surprising competencies certainly don't make for the most mind-blowing piece of television ever produced by any means, but do illuminate the very real potential of this franchise for further stories to be told down the line. Basically, why are we further bleeding
Why
the
does
stone
Paul
of
look
this
so
tired
old
family
in
beef
this?
we've seen a million times over
supposed to
when
be
there's
3.
a
He can't be,
perfectly
like,
good
that
heist
damn old.
tale with more relatable, sympathetic characters that meets just as tragic an end, just waiting for the screen treatment. If there's ever a Bloodline Season 2, I know which story I'd rather see told. Thank you
It's
so
pretty
much
old.
for
In
watching.
3?
Be sure to
I don't
like
think
and
in 3
subscribe,
he is.
check out my podcast, and follow me on Twitch if you're so inclined. These videos are made possible by the support of my wonderful
that damn
patrons
old.
whose names you're seeing on screen now. They've also been getting access to more exclusive content I've been producing. Pieces on Teardown, Fortnite,
So I guess late
games
30s, early
criticism at
40s,
large,
huh?
what are said to be fully produced scripted
All
video.
right. We are going to play some Persona. That's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and head over to the gaming overlay. And see where we're at with it. I'm also going to get something to drink. Sorry, oh, thank you. I do I kind of fuck with Deathstroke. He's alright. Can I play a game? There we go. Alright. Well, I should probably pull up the walkthrough as well if I'm going to be doing this. And then I'm gonna grab something to drink. There we go. We are on the 14th. Okay, evening we watch Beverly Hills 90210. Okay, let's do that real quick and then I'll go get some drinks. Yeah, I like exactly. I like some adaptations of him too. I think that's a fair assessment. Yeah.
You think I go out with her? What do I look like?
What? You liar. You told me you loved me just last night.
It's a show about young adults in a ritzy upscale neighborhood of Beverly Hills. Well, is this what high schoolers are like overseas? Don't get any ideas, all right? Persona 3 SL music, yeah, right?
Hey, hey.
I really felt their desperate need to be loved by someone. Maybe you learned the thing too about your own. Oh. Alright, bedtime for them. Damn, our fan site is really kind of looks like it's going down a little bit there. Isn't it just pranks? Even kids aren't that dumb. Quit with the rumors. What's this line for? Oh, the exhibition must be opening today. It's really packed. Want to come back another time? I want it, but it's so pricey. I should take out a loan. I want to see that. Let's go together sometime. Boy. All right. Something else.
So crowded.
It'll be a pain in the ass if someone sees you, so don't stick your head out too much, all right?
You came.
Gross.
Yeah.
You really came.
What'd you expect when you left us those tickets?
Good point.
Make sure that you don't get in the way of the other visitors.
Come on, man.
Come now. I'll show you around. I'd like to speak more about the picture I'd like to draw, too.
Well, see you guys later.
So I guess I'm going in.
Will Lady Han be alright? What if he drags her behind some painting and tries something funny?
Okay.
I told you not to come out. Are we really gonna appreciate the fine arts? Can't we just go home?
I'm fine with that.
I guess we should do a quick pass through it once. Which way are we supposed to start?
Great question.
It's that old man from the other day.
We should kill him.
We continue to be truly surprised by your imagination. You have such expansive styles. It's hard to believe that it all stems from one person.
Sorry, I just realized I need to update the Who's and Medusa. And that's a perfect time to go get something to drink. I'll be back. I'm gonna get some coffee. I won't run bumpers, just gonna walk away. And we're back with some coffee and some ginger ale, because your boy's a thirst monster. All right. Let's do this. Muchas gracias, senor. All right. Whew, it's a little frosty, huh? All right. You have such expansive styles, it's hard to believe that it all stems from one person.
Where in the world does all
No,
your inspiration
it's a girl. It's a woman.
Well, it is rather difficult to put into words.
God damn, who fucked your shit up, bro? Somebody gave him a clean right hook to the jaw. Look at that shit. His shit's concaved. Ooh.
They naturally well up from within my heart, like bubbles rising one after another in the spring.
Naturally, you say.
What's important is to distance oneself from worldly desires, such as money and fame.
If you had some money, you could probably go to the fucking dentist and get that shit fixed, homie.
My atelier is a modest shack, but it is more than enough to pursue true beauty.
A shack?
I see. So the act of emptying one's mind gives rise to inner beauty. Still, to think we could hear the word shack coming from the great artist Madarame.
You would understand if you saw it.
So I'm guessing he just takes his student's art and passes it off as his own?
Wasn't the word shack something?
Madarame-san is actually here?
Over there!
I'm so glad I came on opening day.
Jesus Christ. Oh, okay.
Hey, stop pushing! There's way too many people!
I'm getting crushed.
Anyways, we gotta head for the exit. Don't die on us, alright?
I didn't know there were so many types of Japanese art.
Usually one concentrates on their own style. However, Sensei creates all this by himself.
Sure he does.
He's special.
There you are, Yusuke.
Sensei,
Ah, the girl from yesterday. Are you enjoying the exhibit?
I don't know how to put it into words, but it's really amazing.
You're sensing something from the artwork. That alone is enough to give us artists satisfaction.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this becomes a wonderful piece, Yusuke. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
Okay.
You'd imagine artists would be difficult to approach. But he seems really friendly.
Don't you ever believe that.
indeed.
Oh, this is it. The painting I wanted to see in person.
This one?
Ooh.
I guess it's the painter's anger? I'm not
That's pretty
sure,
cool.
but I sense this strong frustration from it.
Yeah.
To think such a cheerful and gentlemanly person could make such a
I bet
choice.
this boy made it, didn't it? Yusuke.
Something wrong?
Don't mind me. There are better pieces than this one. Come now, this way.
Hey!
Ah, that old lady totally elbowed me.
Elbow that bitch back.
Thanks to that, I remember now.
About what?
Well, let me get to it. It's about a post online. Here, look at this.
Why'd you leave without me?
You got it all wrong.
They were elbowing
we
people.
got dragged into this huge crowd and... anyways, you gotta look at this too. This post might be about
Motherfuckers
Madarame.
out there dropping the people's elbow and shit. What do you expect?
What's it say?
A master of the Japanese arts is plagiarizing his pupil's work. Only his public face is shown on TV.
Plagiarizing?
I didn't think much of it when I first saw it, but hearing Shaq and Madarame triggered it. His treatment of the pupils who live with him is awful. He teaches nothing and bosses them around. He treats them inhumanely, as if disciplining a dog.
Abuse on top of plagiarism,
If this is real, it'll be a huge scandal.
I wonder if Kitagawa-kun posted this. I mean, he is a pupil of his.
Who knows? It's anonymous and all.
In that case, it's possible the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is referring to the same one.
Yeah.
A man like that doing such a thing?
So, umpire.
I wonder if we can ask that shadow from earlier about this. Oh,
Jose?
actually, we just need to talk to him in reality.
And how are we gonna go about that? We're gonna explain it all, starting with Mementos?
Besides, if we make a move out in the open, there's the possibility that Madarame will find out.
Mementos,
Oh.
fresh and full of life.
Yeah.
Mementos. The Death Maker.
Hey, what do you think about Madarame? Doesn't he seem suspicious?
He does.
I know, right? This all fits way too well to just be a coincidence. If this post is legit, ain't this the kind of target we've been waiting
Yeah,
for?
Ryuji's pretty smart.
Well, yeah, but is it really true?
By the way, what did you do about the whole modeling thing?
Kitagawa-kun gave me his contact info and the address to his sensei's atelier.
The fuck did you call me?
He said he lives there, right? Perfect timing. Let's try going tomorrow. We're off to Madarame's house right after school.
Huh? You want me to model tomorrow? This is too sudden.
Oh my god.
What? We're just gonna go talk.
He's like, I don't give a fuck about that.
Oh, that's what you meant.
I like Ryuji. It is very hard not to like Ryuji.
Okay.
We need to find out. In any case, we need to find out if the rumor about Madarame is true. If it is, this might just be exactly what we needed.
Well then.
That reminds me, home shop programs today. Want to go buy stuff, move. Capitalism, go give me all the capitalism. Come here. Hey everyone, do some shopping and shit. Allergy relief, great for anyone who's tired of allergies and shit. Calming mask and white eye drops. Said we one set was still. But wait, there's more. Cosmetic cure, aroma, and omnivitamin. It doesn't say what to buy, so I guess I could buy whatever I want. Is there a way to find out what any of this shit does? They're both such great items. Okay, of course, price just right. You won't see this kind of deal ever again. Oh, the phone's already ringing off the hook. Few remaining. Bye, bye, bye.
Hey,
Apparently, the phone's ringing outside. If we buy one, blah, blah, blah. The other one will be gone. Okay. Allergy pack helps with confusion and dizziness. Gift set for health and cosmetics loved by working women everywhere. I mean, I don't. Which one should I get? I don't know how to feel about this. Does the cosmetic cure gift like is that something we need for later, for like a SL or to because it doesn't say shit in the walkthrough here. Elderly fellas. The cosmetic cure don't do shit though. I'm guessing it's for dating, right? Or what? Stay on the long. So what the hell does it do then? Does it do anything? Well, I want to Google that. That's weird. Oh, scratch. Okay. In my opinion, not worth it. Gifts give Social Link points on top of the Hangout. They're helpful when the previous rank fucked you up. Hold on. What does this do? Bro. Okay. Sorry, I'm still looking. Pack to blah blah blah. Not worth it. Gifts give it extra time. They're helpful when your person's rank goes and points. Next hangout. Make a superior deficit. If you go up capsule machine and 510. Oh really? So it's like nothing. So it's just like super overpriced. Okay. It's super overpriced bullshit that we can get elsewhere. Better. If we even want it. It's a quick. Okay. Fuck all that. Let's do the allergy relief pack like you said. Should have just listened to your ass right away and not said any words. Now it's in mine. Oh, another buyer just called in. Thanks so much. They're both sold out. Oh my fucking god. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Well then.
All we have to do is wait for it to arrive. Goodbye. Wait. What am I supposed to do? It's the 15th. Something else in words. Okay, very loungy. Yeah, I guess we study.
Now listen.
You won't have much time for studying in the real world. You want to fucking study or what?
Make sure you
Alright, I'm fucking off.
Can I talk?
No! Yeah, talk to me. Administration. Stay in LeBlanc. Okay. You're making some good progress. I see wisdom in your eyes behind those glasses. So fucking cool. God, I'm so cool. Just cool. You'll tear yourself up if you keep it out for too long. You should stop for today and get some sleep. I do wish we could level up outside of tartar sauce, which is what I will call it until I don't call it that anymore. Oh, excuse me.
Okay, let's get started.
Hey there, I'm Dr. Maruki, your school counselor. Thanks to the school, I can even talk to you outside of counseling now. I want to talk a little about how mental health and perception can affect you. Don't worry, I don't want to stress you out or anything, just relax and listen. How much do you guys know about the emotional mind? See, what's going on in your mind can affect your body pretty significantly. There's proof it can even heal you depending on your outlook. So, Jalaki-kun.
Any ideas?
What do we call the phenomenon where believing in a treatment's power is enough to improve your condition? Right? Yeah, placebo effect, okay.
This is it. That's right.
Yep, that's correct. Some people specify that placebos don't actually have any curative properties. But even if the medicine does nothing chemically, it can affect your perception and help you feel better. On the other hand, if you don't trust the medicine to begin with, it might make you feel even worse. We call that a nocebo. Hey, did you get that question? What? Close. Oh my god, you're so fucking smart. I'm gonna borrow his brain.
Going.
Wow, you must be so fucking smart. Jesus. That's just one example, but my point is that our minds and bodies are more connected than we think. So it's important not to push yourself too hard. Remember, your mind needs time to rest too. And it's my job to help with that, so come by the nurse's office whenever you're feeling down. Mind affects the body. Alright, what's the next thing? Oh, we go back into Madarame. Dude, Madarame exhibit is so fucking cool. I barely feel I got to counseling. I never do it could be so explosive. Have you been to counseling yet? The Madarame exhibit. What's in the Madarame exhibit?
Phantom thieves going by train. This ain't any different from how I get home from school, you know.
The train is the fastest way to go. Plus, we can bring pets on here. Hey, who are you calling a pet?
The cat. You decide which one of us that is.
We didn't pay the pet fare.
I'm the one guiding you to your destination. You should be calling me Master.
I'm fucking about to be calling you that thing I threw out the window.
Oh, kitty! Shoot. Is that your pet, mister? I heard it meowing.
It's just a creature. Fuck it. Time to lie. It's a stuffed animal.
Yeah, it's just a toy. It meows when you press on its head.
You heard her. Press on its head.
Press on its head.
This is ridiculous.
Meow.
Wowie! Again!
I'm sorry, I have my own fun.
It's so funny. Hear it again.
Oh, I just threw up in my mouth.
No, you didn't. You threw up in my bag. Clean it up.
Oh, seriously?
The next stop is
You always pick that option. Oh, yeah.
Doors will open on the left side.
I love that I have some opportunity to actually choose the stuff I want to choose.
Oh, this is our stop. Well, see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wee. Oh my god. That was very fun for me.
So, which line do we gotta transfer to?
I don't fucking know.
Doesn't look like there are any stations close by to that address. If anything, this is the closest station.
Like, y'all live here. I just got here. What the fuck?
What? And we gotta walk the rest of the way? What kind of phantom thief takes the train and then walks to their destination?
Actually, pretty good point.
Stop
Turn into a car. No, fuck you, Mork. Turn into a car.
It's supposedly a shack, but this is the neighborhood he lives in. Looks like the fastest route is to get to the station square and then go to Central Street. Let's move.
Wait, why am I not autoing? Oh, Jesus Christ, now I have to play. Hold up. What's this?
Oh,
I thought it turned out to be a TV screen. Okay, cool. Sorry, I want to get some vending machines. No, bitch, God, why are you this way? Just fuck off and let me get stuff. Where do I go?
hey!
Oh my god, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fist fight you. Wait, what? Search for your next target, check rumors. Hey, motherfucker, help me. Platform for the gates. The line is this way through the ticket gate. Well, fucking great. Thanks. Appreciate you so much. Oh my god, you're so cool. You have so fucking much. Spiral, what do I do? I don't know. Do I go to the access way? I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Does it help if I talk like this? That's the station square. Where do I go? Can I have breath? Give me breath.
Hey.
Don't you think we should
God
hurry?
damn it. The fucking hand, you ruin everything! I don't know. Search for your next target, prove your existence as society. Okay. Oh, well, I guess we go this way, because fuck it. We can't get Central Street. Motherfucking fuck. Go. Do we go this way? That's a ticket machine. That's nothing. Fuck off. Do we go this way? You would think that you leave the subway by going up, but, you know, whatever. Hi. The drama exhibit was wonderful. It was the best. The only regret is I was so crowded I couldn't spend more time there. I know once they showed on TV, all the people in the casual appreciated how flooded in. I wish I could bring one home to enjoy whatever I want. Maybe I'll ask my husband to buy me one. Yeah, this is how we speak. No. What's going on here? I hear you went to see Mr. Matarame's exhibit. May I ask what you thought of it? Oh, it was amazing. Every piece on display was absolutely superb. Mr. Madarame truly is the pride of Japan's art world. He's so talented and yet so humble. Mr. Matarame's personal exhibit opened just yesterday, but it's already a huge success. Tickets, unsurprisingly, are extremely hard to come by. Back to you, Ken. It's like, sure you can. Why do you keep doing that? Who are you? I wish I could paint again. It's his fault I have to live such a shitty life. It's got nothing to do with you. He's fooled everyone. You're all idiots. Well, will I enjoy the Madarame exhibit? I don't know much about art. You're fine. You won't need to think too deeply. You'll feel it when you see his work. Yes, the passion of that Mr. Madarame puts in his work is undeniable. I'm sure you'll feel it too. I see. I've heard a lot of good things about the exhibit on TV too. I'm getting excited. Where do I go? What do I do? Nobody told me things. Ooh.
Wait.
You sure this is the way? I don't remember seeing house. It's supposed to be a residential passage. Let's go.
Saguru Kamashita, former Olympian, teacher at Shujin Academy.
You was born all fucked up.
Himself in is a heavy conscience, huh? The human mind doesn't change that easily.
You don't know that.
Alone, their natural temperament.
I mean, it did take us 3 attempts, so it wasn't that fucking easy.
Shujin Academy. Seems doubtful.
I doubt you, droopy dog looking ass.
Perhaps I'll have someone look into it.
I'll have someone look. I can't even do a droopy dog voice right now. I don't know if I've ever been able to.
Is that it?
We're at the right address.
That's a shack.
The door plate
Kinda.
does say Madarame.
You ring the bell.
Me? The walls won't collapse when I do, will they?
You playing Killer 7? What the fuck? What are you talking
Blow
about?
this house down, okay?
Who is it? Sensei is currently
Beating us with
it's
sticks.
Tatamaki.
Large sticks. They have nails in them. We call them horrible sticks.
Takamaki-san. You two are here as well?
Hey, sorry,
Yeah?
but we ain't here to talk about the modeling thing. There's something we gotta ask you. Is it true Madarame's plagiarizing stuff? He's abusing people too, yeah?
Are you serious?
We read about it online.
This?
Sorry.
Preposterous! Not only is the plagiarism impossible, but abuse? He welcomes pupils into his own home. This is no act of violence, it is charity.
Uh-huh.
And I'm the one residing here and studying under him. I'm saying it's not true, so it's beyond doubt.
Of course.
You might be lying about it.
That,
My man
that
said,
is utter rubbish.
you might be lying
I had
about
no
it.
family when Sensei took me in and raised me into what you see now. If you continue to ridicule the man I owe my life to, you will rue this day.
You really think that?
Yusuke, what's the matter? I heard you yelling.
Your fucking jaw's the matter. Look
These
at you.
people are slandering you with baseless rumors.
Give them, Yusuke.
That 15-year-old kid's got some fucking bass.
Came in worry for their friend's safety.
Understood, Sensei.
Well, even I doubt that a cranky old man like myself could be liked by everyone.
That's not what we meant.
That's exactly what I meant. Fuck you.
I'm sorry to have butt in on your conversation. However, I do have neighbors around. Won't you please keep it down?
Could you please shut
Now,
your
if you'll
fucking
excuse me.
faces?
That was discourteous of me. I'm sorry.
Was it now?
I know. I think you'll be able to believe in Sensei if you saw that painting. It's his maiden work, as well as his most representative piece. It's titled Sayuri.
Sayuri?
This was the painting that inspired me to become an artist.
It's so beautiful.
I don't know all this fine art stuff, but even I can tell that this is impressive.
Is it?
When I first saw you, I felt the same powerful emotion as when I saw this painting.
Me?
I wish to pursue beauty like this. And I believe drawing you will be part of that pursuit. I implore you, seriously consider my offer. I'm sorry that you took the time to come all this way, but I must assist Sensei today. I hope that we can discuss this further another time. If you'll excuse me then.
Bye.
Those two seem like nice guys, don't they?
Maybe the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is a different person.
Man, right when we thought we found a new target, too.
How's the metanav?
Oh,
Hey, the app.
was it picking up our conversation? This display. It means that Madarame has a palace too, right? But why?
Madarame, plagiarism, and then shack, huh? These seem to be the keywords.
For real, though, what the hell's going on? Does an old man like him really have a palace?
We have the person's name and the location. All that's left is the what that Madarame mistakes the shack for to enter his palace.
Okay.
You mean like how Kamoshida thought the school was his castle?
That's right. Let's try saying some things. They can be random guesses.
It's a bit sudden, though.
Why don't we start with castle?
Then what about prison? Ah, what a pain.
Exhibit?
Jail, warehouse, and guidance counseling office. Might as well add farm.
Might as well have farm.
Not a single hit.
Should we come back another time?
A building that's related to artists.
I don't
If we
know.
think from there, what would it be?
I hope they spell exhibit exhibit. Like, yo, dog, I heard you like art. A museum.
Forgetting navigation? Whoa, really?
Hey, when did you activate the nav? You surprised me.
Didn't have much of a choice. I think we just happened to get it right.
What if I hadn't noticed and then wandered off and got caught by an enemy?
Probably would have figured it out once it started walking on two legs.
So even you can slip
Not
into
wrong.
the metaverse without realizing it, Morgana?
Yes. In a place with minimal cognitive distortion, the differences can be subtle.
Forget that. Look! That shack is seriously some kind of museum?
Let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's break and enter. Little B&E, baby. Let's go. Give them little bacon eggs.
It's so extravagant to the point that it's gaudy.
Mhm.
It's a museum, right?
This is Madarame's?
Well, a palace is a world formed by a mind twisted by desire.
Sure.
Remember Kamoshida's castle?
Nope.
Madarame's artwork is on display at museums in reality too, though. His exhibit was popular, and people already respect him. Why would he fantasize about a museum?
You got a point. It ain't related to plagiarism or abuse either.
Let's
Like
try
some House of
looking
Wax
around.
type shit? I don't know.
Racking our brains here won't do us any good.
Right.
Or maybe he wishes that his actual art were in museums when it's not his art.
Phantom thieves?
In a museum, it must be, yeah, true.
Now that's our Joker. I feel the same.
Let's go.
But man, just look at that insane crowd.
That's a lot of peoples.
Yes!
Well then, it's time to begin our infiltration. Are we gonna have to wait in the gigantic line? Don't be stupid, we're not going in the front door. But there's a high wall around the building.
Shall we go?
Well, let's have to find our way over then. In case, let's get going. Blip, blip, pop, pop.
I have something.
Yep.
It's really how he thinks that rundown shack. It's overwhelmingly shiny. It's just not hitting me at this old guy's palace. Well, it's right here. Let's check it out. Okay. Guess we hippity happity. Hippity happity. Give me a happity. The exhibit is now closed for a day. We another day. 7 more guards over. 2 of us won't be able to deal with this whole crowd.
Oh.
This is our chance. Looks like security's focused off right entrance. That means there'll be less of them. Let's go. It's okay. I was hoping to fight them actually, but Yeah. Crappy portrait. Let's go. Give me that bullshit. Nope, other way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeet. I'm taking all your shit, homie. I'm happy. I'm feeling glad I got your shit in my bag. Can I not get this motherfucker? Guess not. Alright. Yeet. Aw, thievery. Well, that's definitely a thing. Is that the only way? Guess so. Let me in now. The skylight's open. Think we can get in here. But it's a pretty far drop. Will we be able to get back out this way? Yeah, don't worry. I have a rope. I'm our tool specialist after all. So what's your call, Joker? Want to head inside? Just a second. I want to look around and see what else we can do. I assume nothing. Yeah, judging by what I'm seeing, no. Hello. It's quiet in here, almost eerily so. Hey, this... It's moving. Come on, we're in the palace. It ain't anything to be freaking out over. The palace reflects its ruler's heart. We may want to check out these pings. Steel. I got your shit in my bag. Okay. Some kind of explanation here. Let's see. Someone's name and age? What the hell? This can't be the title of the painting, right? Do you think the artist's name? Let's check the other paintings too. I think there might be something important about them.
Hey.
I'm curious about the other paintings too. Yeah, bitch, I'm trying to see it.
Hey.
Did...
Hey.
What?
Hey.
Okay, so these ones don't count or what? Okay, whatever.
Hey.
Another one. This one's got a name and age on the plaque.
Hey.
This one has a full name. Jesus, there's quite a few.
Hey.
This one has a name too. Kinda creepy seeing all these things on walls.
Is this...
Hang the same way, feel it staring at us. Look at this one. Guess I can't see those ones.
Damn it.
This one's got a name and an age. They all look composed.
I see.
They're all over.
Hey.
Name and age.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, I think we're pretty plaqued up.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go to here.
Hey, this doesn't make any sense. Madarame's famous for having a variety of art styles. But all the portraits on display here look the same. This is way different from what was at the...
Wait a sec. Ain't this that guy we saw in Mementos? You know, the one who was shit-talking Madarame?
That's right, old Beals looking ass.
Sumiko Nakanohara. His name's written on the plaque.
Dude, I
Old
don't get
fucking
it.
Rock Lee
Why
ass.
is there a painting of him in here? And more important, why is his name written under it?
You're right. Doesn't art usually have, like, the title of the piece or the artist's name?
This is quite the mystery. All right, let's keep looking around for now.
Okay, let's keep looking around for now. First off, yo shit in my bag. There was nothing in there. Great.
Hey, look!
There's painting this dude in here. This looks so similar even down to the composition.
Damn it.
This one's got a name and an age.
Hey.
This one has a full name.
Hey.
Names, go away. Come again and give me the names. Do. I'm gonna steal your shit. Kinda creepy seeing all this shit on the walls and shit. This paint the same way. I feel like it's staring at me. Oh, give me permission to stare. What? No way. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. I like that painting.
Hey, isn't this a painting of that guy?
It says Yusuke Kitagawa. There's no mistaking it.
Huh? Wait a second. What do you think these paintings are?
Well painted. Madarame's pupils.
I think you're right.
For real? All of them? But it was only Yusuke when we went to his place before.
This must include former pupils as well. Only one remains now. Taking into account what that Nakanohara guy said earlier, things are getting clearer. Alright, let's keep investigating. We need something to further confirm our deductions.
Okay.
Wait!
Okay. Now that's interesting. Some sort of brochure here. What? You find something? We're here to investigate, so we check everything out that catches our attention. Okay.
Somewhere.
Like I wasn't gonna see that. Give me them straws. It's a pamphlet? This is getting way too detailed for a freaking palace. Why do you bother making something like this? There's a museum guide in here. Let's take it with us.
Oh yeah!
Great.
Nice.
This possibility at very least should be good reference scale this place. Map only shows half the museum. I see it. Says 1 out of 2. Two's got to be around somewhere, right? How big is this place? Well, we can worry about that another time. Right now, our objective is confirming Madarame's cognition. We may have to reconsider our plan depending on what we find. I mean, he's got a palace. Seems pretty sketch to me. True. I'd like to go behind the counter, but I can't. Okay.
There's a treasure chest.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there sure the fuck is.
Oh.
Yeah. Alright, no problem. Ooh, a lunar cutlass.
Oh.
This beauty looks like just my size. Good.
Yep.
Cool. I can't use those. Okay. Alright, man. If I do not see you again today, then you have a good day. I appreciate you hanging out.
Focus.
The hell is this?
Look at this.
Yeah.
The Infinite Spring?
Would assume so.
A conglomerate work of art that the great director Madarame created with his own funds. These individuals must offer their ideas to the director for the rest of their lives.
Huh.
Those who cannot do so have no worth living?
That's upsetting.
Hey, this is most likely about the plagiarism, right?
Would appear that way.
Damn it, what a phony geezer.
In other words, his pupils are his property.
Yeah, it would appear that
He
way.
doesn't even qualify as an artist if this is true.
He
He's
qualifies as a
stealing
piece of
the
shit.
ideas from talented students in exchange for securing their livelihood.
What do you mean securing their livelihood?
They must all be his pupils through his cognition.
I'm very confused as to what they get out of this.
Couldn't this be about the abuse? Madarame will keep them around as long as they're useful to him.
Okay.
At the moment they're not.
He's treating them like slaves or tools.
Or slave tools, apparently.
Why is Yusuke keeping quiet about this? He's got no reason to cover this up.
I mean, he might.
He did say that he owes Madarame his life for being taken in.
Okay.
But still.
When we were at the exhibit, I praised one of the pieces on display.
And he got all, like, hooky about it.
Kitagawa-kun acted strange. Maybe that piece was plagiarized
Yeah,
too.
it's probably his.
What's the call? Ain't this enough to target Madarame?
What do you all think?
We should confirm these facts with Yusuke first.
Yeah,
Confirm what, though?
It means we should get solid
No, yes, we
evidence
know
that
what
such
it
crimes actually
means.
took place.
What a pain in the ass.
Besides, there's too much we don't know about Madarame yet.
Fair point.
you're right.
That is
I'll try
very fair.
contacting Kitagawa-kun. I might be able to get the truth out of him if I accept his modeling offer.
Wait, you're gonna do that?
Oh my god, dude.
You all better come with me, okay? I'm scared to go alone.
Yeah.
A famous, renowned artist, huh? This might be tougher than Kamoshida. Well, we'll just prep ourselves until we get confirmation from Yusuke. This is our first mission as real Phantom Thieves. We're gonna succeed no matter what.
I don't know about all that. I mean, we are going to succeed, but is it really your first mission? It's real time? The reason why Yusuke is hiding the truth, huh? Would you really forgive someone unconditionally if you owe your life to them? I'm not so sure anymore. What are you bringing this up for? According to Kitagawa-kun, Madarame isn't a problem. What do you mean? Something wrong? Okay, so I guess he and I are just gonna switch off what we say there. I mean, I know Madarame is a bad person, but still. Maybe I'm so hesitant because I haven't actually met any of his victims. Yeah, I guess that part's totally different from what happened with Kamoshida. This might be an extreme line of thinking, but if an evil person isn't causing any trouble now, is there really a point in us stepping in? Well, you got a point. So we're gonna let Yusuke decide if Madarame is worth us going after or not? I don't know. If it were me, I'd never forgive that bastard. Let's see how Yusuke feels. Yeah, I guess we could talk some more after that. Okay, let's meet in Shibuya after school tomorrow.
Hey.
Another box game for you. My order from the shopping shipping. Shippity bappin'. I'm a shipper, that's what I heard. Don't take off my nose. Okay, ain't shit to do today, so just go to sleep, I guess. Yep, because we did go into tartar sauce, which is what I will call it.
Well then.
Sleep. Okay. 5:17, so tomorrow's an automatic day. Again.
Hey, it's me.
What's up, Ryuji?
I just can't forget Madarame, but what Aunt said made me think. To Yusuke, are we just a bunch of thugs?
I doubt it.
You're right. We're helping. It ain't like he thinks it is. Pisses me off just thinking about it. Good people have to put up with so much crap while shitty adults do whatever they want. Makes me sick. I'm not wrong, am I?
You're right.
Thanks. Don't tell Aunt I called you, by the way. Seriously. Well, see you tomorrow.
Okay. Fair enough. Alright, I contacted Kitagawa-kun about modeling for him. Still waiting for his response. Thanks. I really have no idea what I'm supposed to do as an art model, though. Be yourself. It's actually kind of hard. Look, you don't gotta go out for this. You're only doing it so you can get Durand Madarame. Remember, that's true. Sound like Kitagawa-kun wants to be in a private picture of his, though. Wants this to be a okay. Well, I guess we're gonna let you guys contact me again. Whee! Okay.
I got a response from Kitagawa-kun. He said he wants me to come over after school today.
Wouldn't it be Kitagawa?
Perfect. Probably dropped all his plans just to get you over there.
We need to find out from Kitagawa-kun if what we saw in the palace was
Don't
true.
like how they pronounce some of these names.
Hey,
I feel like they're
down.
pronouncing them
It's that
just in a way to
student
piss me
president.
off. Oh, her. Right.
Yikes. She got a hold of Mishima today? It'd suck if she noticed us. Come on, let's split up.
Okay, see you later.
Actually, yeah, pretty much. You should probably split in this scenario. It's a fatal point.
We finally landed a big target.
Yeah, we did.
Come on, Let's get some dirt on Madarame. But man, Han's late.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking
Well,
about some things and didn't notice how much time had passed.
Thinking about what?
Don't you think Kitagawa-kun has to be protecting Madarame?
Kitagawa.
I mean, they live together, so he'd have to be aware of Madarame's true nature. The only reason I can think of him doing that is that Madarame has something on him.
Right.
Yeah, that's weird.
Or
But
like
that's why
maybe
we're
he
going to
just
check
feels
it out,
very
right?
indebted to him,
Ready to be a model?
and like he has no worth
Yeah,
outside of
I'm
him.
prepared.
Know what I mean?
What do you mean prepared? Prepared for what?
For modeling.
Something
What the
seem
fuck do you
different
mean?
about her to you?
She's nervous.
You're totally right.
No, no.
But I'm the same as always.
Huh. Well, let's get going. We gotta talk to Yusuke.
Kitagawa-kun seemed really happy when I agreed to be his model. Once he finishes drawing and gets a little friendlier, we should bring up Madarame.
I thought it would just be you coming, Takamaki-san.
Wouldn't you get nervous too, if it was just the two of us?
We're here to keep an eye on you, so don't try anything perverted, okay?
My man Ryuji.
Stop making such odd assumptions. I have absolutely no interest in her as someone of the opposite sex.
Hmm.
Huh?
That's interesting.
Is there a problem?
No, not really.
Aw.
Well then, let's get
She
started.
seemed a little disappointed, maybe.
Hey. Kitagawa-kun?
Please say it differently. Kitagawa?
You hear her?
He's like, you know, shut the fuck up, I'm trying to faint.
It's no use.
This isn't what we planned. We were gonna catch him off guard and make him spill his beans, weren't we?
His beans.
How were we supposed to know this was gonna happen?
My man just keeps all his beans
We
there
just gotta
unspilled.
wait till he's done. What an effing pain in the ass.
Perhaps I should try going outside this room.
Don't get caught.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Someone who could potentially get
This
caught.
is too boring. So I'm going to scout around a bit.
Yeah, I mean, so that's basically what he would have said if we told him not to. I'm assuming.
It's weird how flashy that door is.
Very peacock.
And is that a lock? A door with a hefty lock. What could be in there?
His students' paintings, his students' bodies.
Are you done?
It's no good.
What?
I'm sorry. Am I the problem?
Oh.
No,
Not
at all.
You
It's
too.
just I'm having trouble staying focused today. I'm sorry, but we'll have to resume this another time.
Interesting.
Oh, hell no! How many hours do you think you made us wait?
I'm sorry. We had another reason for seeing you today. We needed to talk to you.
It's about those rumors regarding your sensei.
This again.
That painting I saw at the exhibit. You're the one who actually painted it, right?
That's...
I knew it.
Your sensei's seriously messed up. He just thinks of his pupils as tools.
Pretty much.
That's why he doesn't give a damn whether he steals their work or physically beats them. I'll make this clear. There's no point in hiding stuff from us.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You couldn't go against him, could you? I'm sure we can help you out, though.
This is
Stop
interesting.
it. It's just as you all say. We're our sensei's artwork. Don't misunderstand me, though. I offered my ideas to him myself. As such, it can't be called plagiarism.
I'm sure he drove that
Sensei
into you.
is simply suffering from artist's block right now.
Dude, still.
Kitagawa-kun.
Ugh, say
Then
it
why are
right.
you sticking around? All his other pupils ran away. Aren't you the only one left?
What's wrong with a pupil helping out his master? There are no victims here. Stop pushing your self-centered righteousness on me.
Yeah.
I'm supporting Sensei as his pupil. Where's the wrong in that?
Yeah, shut his ass up.
Don't ever come here again. If you do, I'll sue you for causing a
I'll
disturbance.
sue you.
Hold it! We're not done talking here!
Then you leave me with no choice.
Hey!
But to sue.
I'm reporting you to the police. I asked Takamaki-san to be my model today, but I don't recall ever calling you two here.
What the F, man?
Ryuji, stop it! Calm down, okay?
Damn it!
I won't report you, but only under one condition.
I'm guessing you don't come back or you drop
What's
it.
that?
I want you to continue being my model, Takamaki-san.
But you said that it wasn't working out today.
That's because I was unconsciously being modest for your sake. However, I have nothing to worry about anymore. If you're willing to bear everything to me,
Oh, what?
I will put my heart and soul into creating the best nude painting ever.
Great.
What?
Nude?
To think I'd be able to create a nude painting with my most ideal model.
Okay.
Of course, you two won't be allowed.
Thing is,
in,
I don't
but
think
asked
this
you
is a
to forget
sexual
about
thing
our
for him.
discussion today as well. If I don't submit a new piece to Sensei soon, there will be some inconveniences.
Nude? Meaning it'll be without any clothes, right? Why are things suddenly escalating like that?
Because those are my terms.
But that's...
Wait, ain't that bad?
Sensei is out during the afternoon while the art exhibit is on, so I can use this place freely.
Yeah, I hate that.
I should buy more art supplies.
I don't like the
Give me a
character.
second here.
Of course, I'm willing to wait.
Even
I'll
though
make
I don't
time
think it's a
according
sexual
to your
thing,
plans.
you're still
Please come before the exhibit ends.
No, that's not what I mean.
forcing someone to do
Why
something
are
like
you
that,
not listening?
basically, that they're not comfortable
Sensei
with.
will be returning home soon. We're done for today. Takamaki-san, I'll be waiting for you to contact me.
No. We are not done talking here.
Hey, what should we do? Yeah, damn it.
No, he
You got us
didn't.
good
Fuck
this
that. Beat
time.
his ass.
Don't give up so easily.
Shit, if I had any other option, I wouldn't have.
Is she done being a model?
A cat?
You moron.
I wonder if he could hear the. Oh no, because his persona didn't awaken yet, right?
He's totally out of his mind. I'm gonna have to post
No,
nude if this
you
keeps
won't.
up.
You can just not do that
How dare that you
and tell him to go fuck himself.
The way he said it, it's not gonna be semi, but full on nude.
Full nudity? Lady Yon's gonna...
Damn it, why, man? This game was going so good for a while.
You know, you won't have to worry about that if we make Madarame confess before the exhibit ends.
But Kitagawa-kun thinks he owes his life to him. Is there a need to make Madarame confess?
Then, Lady Yon, you're fine with bearing it all?
I am not!
Madarame's no different from Kamoshida. That asshole's using Yusuke who doesn't have parents. You're telling me we should just ignore how he's being treated horribly like the other pupils?
No. It is frustrating to leave this alone, even if Kitagawa-kun is fine with it himself.
You can't leave it be because you've endured a lot yourself with Kamoshida.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that tracks.
Anyways, we gotta go after this guy. Madarame's the kind of target we've been waiting for. Let's help Yusuke come to his senses too. Before he ends up like us.
Right.
We need to look into Madarame first.
There might be tons more stuff that hasn't been exposed yet too.
It may become easier for us to investigate his palace if he's preoccupied with his exhibit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's the thing about me modeling. Kitagawa-kun said there'd be inconveniences unless he submits a new piece. Maybe that's going to be announced soon as Madarame's next work.
Does that mean the whole country's gonna see you nude? Oh yeah, it might not show your face.
That doesn't make me feel any better about it.
Yeah.
We must deal with Madarame, no matter what, before his exhibit ends.
Let's start after school tomorrow. Oh, it'll be a pain if Miss President finds us on the rooftop again. So, where to meet up?
Yeah, get a new spot.
Let's see. I guess that walkway-like place in Shibuya would work. It's near Madarama's place, too.
Changing our hideout periodically, huh? That's a plan.
Yeah,
I don't
actually,
mind
a really good idea in a scenario like this. Right, I was moved from Shuzin Academy rooftop to the Shibuya Taiku building access way.
Hey, can I talk to you kids for a sec?
Huh?
From the looks of things, you don't seem like the ordinary stalking fans. Oh, sorry. I should have been more clear. I'm actually looking for people that know Madarame's pupils. There's this painting, Sayuri, that was supposedly stolen in the past. But there's this rumor that it was taken by one of his pupils in retaliation for being abused. Have you heard anything about that?
No, but that's amazing.
I see. There's no case unless there's a victim, and if there's no proof of abuse, I can't write either. Looks like I'm back to square one. Sorry for taking your time. I'm a journalist. If you ever get any leads, mind contacting me here? See you then.
I guess we should go home for today.
Would appear so. Whatever, I still can't forgive him. Debating to paint Lady on nude? Then clean report, so please.
Hey, it's me. Got a minute? I have some interesting news. Someone who received a change of heart contacted me on the fan site. Said he wants to meet with you to discuss another person.
Why can't I automatic this one?
You're better off talking to him in person if you want specifics. All I know is his target is a terrible person, and that it might complicate things if he posted the name online. I'll have him wait for you at Shibuya Station after school. The guy's name is Nakanohara.
Nakanohara?
Nakanohara. That's Madarame's student.
I told him to approach you. Good luck.
So you told him who we are? I found out something insane about Madarame. Sounds like a student of his offered himself. Ooh, he couldn't speak up about Madarame stealing his work. That's unforgivable. That journalist was looking at Madarame too. It could be real. Someone died though. No one's talking about it. I bet it was covered up. I wonder if Kitagawa-kun has heard anything. It'd be great if he could help us out. Ain't that asking a bit much? After today, he's probably gonna be on edge about us. Well, anyway, Madarame's still a piece of crap. Let's meet up tomorrow. It'll be the first time at the new hideout. It's that passageway at Shibuya, right? Got it. See you guys tomorrow.
If the rumor Ryuji just spoke of is true, there have to be other victims.
Okay.
I should write something.
Yeah, I should write something. All right, I think we're gonna call it here. I will come back tomorrow and we will do more. But for now, I will catch you guys next time. Thank you for hanging out, and I appreciate you all. Y'all have the goodest of days. Bye.